St. Patrick's Day, the time of year where millions of Americans claim to be Irish. I was once told that, as a Patrick, if I'm ever in Ireland for Paddy's Day, I won't pay for a drink all day, and that's why it's on the bucket list. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Ireland, other than providing the second best James Bond?
Drink?
That's inappropriate for anyone other than the Irish to laugh at.
Now listen here, I don't think you're Irish enough to narrate this video.
But this is my series.
Not for this episode, it's not. Guinness ice cream. God, that does sound good. Pour myself a glass. Apparently, this is the way you're supposed to pour Guinness from a can. How much do you know about the widget in a Guinness can? Amazing stuff. Pour the Guinness into a saucepan. I'm going to let that simmer away and reduce. I'm going to try and make this ice cream even maltier with a malted milk powder. Try saying that with a few Guinness in you. I've never actually heard of this before. That just tastes like Milo. We'll bam this up a notch with some fancy salt. A goodly amount of performative salt. I'll also add this cocoa powder. Whisk in the reduced Guinness. Guinness should never be reduced actually. I'll use condensed milk as the base. As we say in Ireland for milk, it's banya, and then add some cream for good measure. Mix it all together. Pour it out. Here's some proof that I clean up after myself. Not a dirty fecker all the time. Now that tasted really good, but I'm worried that the malted milk powder and the condensed milk have overwhelmed the Guinness taste, and we can't be having that. Let's do that again, but this time I'm going to use custard as the ice cream base. Whisk egg yolks together. Separately, I'm going to mix cream, milk, sugar, and a little bit of performative salt. We'll whack that on the stove while I reduce another can of Guinness. I've reduced a lot of cans of Guinness in my lifetime. The milk and the cream mixture is up to temperature now. You want to slowly drizzle the hot liquid into the eggs as you whisk. When the eggs have tempered, combine it with the rest of the liquid and return it to the stove. If you don't temper eggs properly, what you'll get is a saucepan full of scrambled eggs. And what do you know? I have a saucepan full of scrambled eggs. I also have no more eggs or cream, so I have to go to the shop. Fueled by my intense shame, I remade the custard, and after reducing way too many Guinness cans, forgot to press record. Oh look, it's custard. Combine the custard and the reduced Guinness. I'll also add some cocoa powder. Just pour and freeze. So let's try some ice cream. Let's look at the first one. Looks frozen. Put it in the machine. Well, that is decidedly not ice cream. It's like a real runny mousse. Tasty though. Let's try something else. Pour it out. Add extra cream. Add extra milk. Combine it and pour it back in the container. And then back to the freezer. Let's try Guinness 2. It looks frozen. That's a good start. It's a bit crumbly, a bit like my career. I'll add a bit more milk and respin it. Now look at that. Very ice cream. Let's try it. It's good. It's not very sweet. Tastes pretty earthy and complex. So it's the next day. Let's try Guinness 1 again. Well, look at that. Much better. It's like soft serve. Tastes fantastic. It's very rich and chocolatey. The Guinness isn't a dominant flavour, but it's adding a layer of complexity. This is definitely a recipe I'm going to make again, especially if I can keep reducing cans of Guinness.